Hello, everyone. Today, I have another mysterious tale to share with you. The seventh story in our Treasure Guarding Ghosts series. This one takes place in Lamphun, a land steeped in ancient legends and history. The story of the Ancestral Spirits of Lamphun. Have you ever heard of it? They say, deep in the forests near Doi Khao, there's a hidden cave shrouded in darkness. A cave filled with ancient treasures. But that cave, it's not a place anyone can just walk into. Because it's guarded by the ancestral spirits. Why, you ask? Why are people so afraid? Today, we'll uncover the truth together. Are you ready? Pull your blanket close. Because this story might just send chills down your spine. Picture this. You're in Lamphun, a small town filled with ancient temples, towering trees, and the lingering scent of the past in the air. Every step you take feels like whispers from history. Voices of the ancients who once lived here. But deep in the forests of Doi Khao, there's a secret cave hidden in the shadows. A cave no one dares to enter. They say it holds the treasures of our ancestors. Not gold, but bronze artifacts, handwoven silk, and priceless heirlooms passed down through generations. Would you dare to go inside? Hold on. That cave, it's not empty, something is waiting for you. Something invisible to the naked eye, but you can feel its cold breath on your neck. The sensation of being watched from the darkness. This, my friends, is where the fear begins. A fear the people of Lamphun know all too well. I heard this story from my aunt. She's from Lamphun, born and raised there. She loves telling old stories. Whenever I visit her at her old wooden house, with its thatched roof, and the smell of sticky rice wafting from the kitchen, she'd sit on a woven mat, holding a palm leaf fan, and tell me tales. Her voice was soft yet eerie. I remember it so clearly. Every time she spoke, I'd sit frozen, wrapped in a blanket, because her stories always gave me goosebumps. And this one is the one I remember most vividly. The story of the Ancestral Spirits of Lamphun. It happened decades ago, in a small village near Doi Khao. A quiet, peaceful village. Most of the villagers were weavers or farmers, living simple lives. Every morning, you'd hear roosters crowing, cock-a-doodle-doo. The lowing of buffalo in their pens, moo, and the sound of footsteps as villagers headed to the fields. But in that village, there was a young man who stood out. A young man named Nan. Nan was well known in the village. He was in his late 20s, tall, with sun-darkened skin, and an honest face. But his eyes, they sparkled with curiosity. Nan wasn't like the others. While everyone else woke up to weave or farm, Nan loved wandering the forests, exploring, and most of all, digging for old relics. He once told his friend, if I find something valuable, my life will change. I won't have to wake up to farm like everyone else. Some villagers laughed, Dream on, Nan. Nothing valuable comes that easy. But others warned him. Don't mess with old things. They have owners. Nan didn't listen. He thought, old folks just make up stories. I don't believe in them, and that thought led him straight to that incident. It was the day after the harvest season. The rice fields were dry, only stubble remained. A cold breeze blew in the evening. The sky glowed orange as the sun set. Nan was eating dinner with his friends in front of his house, on an old bamboo mat. Sticky rice rolled into balls, freshly grilled fish, the aroma filling the air. One of his friends, named Red, spoke up, K, Nan. Have you heard about the cave at Doi Khao? Nan's ears perked up. He put down his rice. What cave? Red continued. They say there's a hidden cave in the forest, filled with ancestral treasures. Bronze artifacts, silk fabrics, heirlooms passed down for ages. Some say there's a stunning bronze plate, and silk woven with ancient patterns. If you sold them, you'd make a fortune. Nan's eyes widened. Really? Then why hasn't anyone taken them? Red looked at him, his voice serious. Because it's guarded by the ancestral spirits. Anyone who goes in, never comes back. The other friends nodded. It's true. My grandpa told me. People have gone in and vanished. Nan sat silently. Curiosity battled fear. But then, he burst out laughing. Ghosts? What ghosts? Just made up stories. If there's treasure, I'll go get it myself. Red shook his head. I'm warning you. Don't mess with it. Those things don't belong to us. But Nan didn't listen. He thought, if I get that treasure, I'll sell it in the city. My life will change. No more farming. That night, he made up his mind. That night, the sky was pitch black. No moon. Thick clouds blanketed the heavens. Mist floated through the Doi Khao forest, like a thin white veil. Nan sat in his small wooden house, raised on stilts, its wooden walls cracked. The sound of the wind whistled through. Whoosh! He stared at an old hoe leaning against the wall. Its blade was dented, but still sharp. Next to it was an old oil lamp, its glass blackened by soot. Nan sat still, thinking about Red's words. Ancestral spirits. Anyone who goes in, never comes back. He hesitated for a moment, rubbing his arms, goosebumps rising. Just the cold wind, he told himself. But deep down, something warned him, don't go. Nan shook his head. There's no such thing as ghosts. I'm going to be rich. He stood up, grabbed the hoe, his hand firm on the wooden handle. He picked up the lamp in his other hand, lit it with a match. Scratch. The orange flame flickered to life, trembling in the dark. He looked around the house. Everything was quiet. The villagers were asleep. He slung the hoe over his shoulder, held the lamp high, took a deep breath. Here I go. The treasure's waiting. He said to himself. Then he stepped out, into the darkness, heading toward the Doi Khao forest. The journey to Doi Khao wasn't easy. Nan had to pass through the village, across wide rice fields, and into the increasingly dark and dense forest. He stepped down from his house's stairs, the wood creaking. He walked along the dirt path, his shoes slapping the ground. Thud. Thud. A cool breeze blew past, the grass in the field swaying. Swoosh. The lamp's light illuminated the path ahead, but only a few steps at a time. Darkness surrounded him. Crickets chirped loudly. Chirp. Chirp. Occasionally. Frogs croaked. Ribbit. Ribbit. Nan kept walking, passing a small hill, the hard ground marked with cow hoof prints. He stepped over it, the grass brushing against his pants. Swish. Swish. Then he heard an L. Hoot. Hoot. The sound came from afar. Nan flinched slightly. Just a bird, he told himself. But the further he went, the colder it felt. The mist grew thicker, so dense he could barely see. He raised the lamp higher, its orange light cutting through the fog, but the darkness persisted. Nan's breathing grew heavier, sweat beaded on his hands. Why's it so quiet? He thought. The birds had gone silent. Even the crickets stopped. He felt a chill at the back of his neck, rubbed his arms, goosebumps everywhere. Just the cold wind, he told himself again. But deep down, fear was creeping in. He remembered Red's warning, ancestral spirits. Anyone who goes in, never comes back. Nan shook his head. No ghosts. I have to get there. He pressed on, past towering trees, past rocky outcrops, past a small stream, the water gurgling, swoosh, until finally, he saw it. A small cave. Its entrance so narrow you'd have to crawl to get in. Around the entrance were old footprints, as if someone had been there before. Nan looked at the tracks. Others have been here. That means there's something real. He crawled inside. The air was freezing. The damp smell of earth filled his nose. Sharp rocks scraped his body. He kept crawling, until he reached a large chamber. Inside the cave, it was pitch black. Nan raised his lamp, its orange light sweeping the surroundings. The cave walls were covered in scratches, like someone had carved something. He looked closer. The scratches resembled ancient patterns. Designs used by people long ago. Nan's heart raced. This has to mean something. He ventured deeper. The sound of dripping water echoed. Drip. Drip. The air was so cold he could see his breath. He kept going, through narrow passages, past rocks blocking the way, until finally, he saw it. An old wooden chest in a corner of the cave. The chest looked ancient, its wood nearly rotted, but still tightly shut. Its lid was carved with intricate patterns, like ancient flowers. Nan's excitement surged. This is it. The treasure. He carefully set down the lamp, used his hoe to pry open the chest. Creak. Creak. The wood splintered. Crack. And then he saw it. Inside were bronze artifacts. Plates, bowls, and a large piece of silk. Dark in color, embroidered with beautiful patterns of flowers and birds. Nan grinned. Jackpot. I can sell this for sure. He grabbed the silk, its cool texture in his hands, a faint scent of ancient spices. He imagined the money he'd make. This silk, worth thousands. These bronze plates, tens of thousands. He sat there smiling, staring at the treasures. All of this is mine. But then, everything changed. As Nan sat grinning, holding the silk, gazing at the bronze plates with gleaming eyes, his lamp suddenly went out. Whoosh. Darkness swallowed everything. Nan jumped. What the? He fumbled for the lamp. Where is it? His fingers brushed the cold cave floor. But then, he heard something. A faint sound. Hiss. Hiss. Like something moving. Nan froze. What was that? He shouted. Who's there? Who's out there? His voice echoed in the cave. But there was no reply. Only silence. A terrifying silence. His heart pounded. Thump. Thump. Then suddenly, the sound came again. An old voice. Put it back. The voice was clear, like a whisper in his ear. Nan panicked. He turned slowly, cold sweat dripping down his back. His hands trembled. And then he saw them. Two shadows. An old man and an old woman, dressed in ancient woven clothes. Their faces seemed kind, but their eyes were empty. No pupils. Just white. Staring at him. Unblinking. Their faces pale, with faint smiles. Nan's legs shook. Who? Who are you? His voice broke. His lips trembled. Then the two shadows slowly raised their hands, pointing at him. Put it back, the voice repeated. Nan screamed. His cry echoed in the cave. He dropped the silk, abandoned the chest, and crawled out of the cave. His legs shook. His heart raced. Sharp rocks scraped his arms, drawing blood. But he didn't care. He crawled to the entrance, scrambled to his feet, and ran. Ran for his life. The wind in the forest howled, whoosh, like something was chasing him. He glanced back. The two dark shadows were still there, floating silently behind him. Nan's heart nearly stopped. Nan ran with all his strength. Through the dark forest, past rocks, past the stream. His foot caught on a root, thud. He fell. His knee scraped. He got up. Kept running. His breathing ragged, huff. Huff. He ran until he reached the village. His house came into view. He burst inside, flung open the door, creak. Collapsed onto the wooden floor, gasping for air. His body trembling. His face pale as death. Sweat poured down his face. Nearby villagers heard his scream. They rushed over, Nan. What's wrong? Nan lay shaking, unable to speak. They lit a lamp. Its orange light illuminating his face, Nan. Say something. After a moment, he managed to speak, ghosts. The ancestral spirits. They're in the cave. His voice quivered. The villagers exchanged glances. Some were scared. Others skeptical. Is Nan drunk? One asked. But Nan shook his head. I'm not drunk. I saw them. He pointed toward the forest. They followed me. The villagers looked, but saw nothing. Only mist floating in the air. That night, Nan couldn't sleep. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw those white, empty eyes. Heard the voice, put it back. He sat trembling all night, until dawn. The next day, Nan convinced Red and some friends to go back. He thought, if I have friends with me, I won't be scared. They went together, carrying lamps and wooden poles. Half brave, half afraid. They trekked through the forest, past rocks, past the stream, to the spot where Nan said he found the cave. But strangely, the cave was gone. There was only dense forest. No trace of an entrance. No footprints. Nan trembled. It was here. I'm not lying. He shouted. Red looked at him. Nan. Were you dreaming? Nan shook his head. No. I saw it. The ancestral spirits. They were in the cave. His friends exchanged glances. No one dared say anything. They hurried back, too scared to stay. After that day, Nan changed. He stopped digging for relics, went back to farming, lived a simple life. But whenever villagers asked, he'd shake his head. Don't mess with it. It's not ours, asterisk, that's all he'd say. The villagers began spreading the story. It became a legend. And the cave at Doi Khao became a place of fear. No one dared go near it. Some nights, villagers say they still hear a voice, "Put it back," drifting from the Doi Khao forest. Would you dare to find out? In the end, Nan's story made me think a lot. The ancestral spirits, they're not just ordinary ghosts. They're about connection. Think about it. If you were an ancestor, with treasures you cherished, treasures meant for your descendants, and a stranger came to take them, would you let them? No way, right? Maybe the ancestral spirits just wanted to protect what's theirs. Or maybe it's a warning. A warning that some things in this world shouldn't be touched. Do you agree? Or do you think there's another explanation? Either way, this story makes us reflect. And maybe makes us a little more cautious. Alright. That's the end of the Ancestral Spirits of Lamphun. I hope you enjoyed listening. Next time, if I get the chance, I'll share another mysterious tale. But tonight, if you pass by the Doi Khao forest, listen closely. You might just hear, "Put it back, sweet dreams, everyone." See you next time.